Okay, so today we'll start this new topic as a collection in Python. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go one by one. What is it and all. So just run this from here. So what do you mean by collection first? Okay. So collection is nothing but it's having again a new library or module you can say in Python. Uh, this means actually it's a specialized container data type for using this general purpose, and also it's kind of a advanced kind of say you can say the container. Okay, so here you can keep all these thing values and all these thing. So let's see one by one what are those. So for that you have to first import the collection. Collection is a library. Now let's say a variable student. So collection dot named tuple. Okay, collection dot named tuple, and we have given student in that name, age, and DOB. That means it's a special, as I told you, it's a special collection is nothing but a special type of container data types. So here what will happen in under student, I have taken one student. In that student, what I want, name I want, age also I want, DOB, date of birth also I want, like that. I want some of the informations. So everything I can keep it in a one container. That is nothing but your collection concept. Okay. So, so at a time, how you are going to work on that? Now, this is defined. First, you have to define collection dot name tuple, and within this bracket, students, then comma you can give, and what are the attributes for that student? You can write it. Now, how to add values to that? Okay, to add values to that, you can take, let's say, another variable s equal to student. Then for name, you can add some name. For age, some name, and some date of birth, whatever you want, how you want, you can add. Okay. So now how to access? Now the first one is you have declared the name tuple. Second one is you have added some value to that. Okay. Now how to access? We can access these values using index. Okay. So the student is using index is, and equal to that is already I told in the first class that then print s1. S of 1 means first one is 0, then 1 means age. So it will give 19. So it is giving output. The student age using index is 19. So how to access the values in this named tuple collection? So you can same like index, you can access it. Okay. And also using name also you can access that value. How? S dot name, because in the starting of line we have defined that name, so that name also using you can access. Okay. Also you can access using the get attribute, like that also you can access. So you have to write get attribute attr, then s. S is nothing but you have defined here line number 17, then comma dob. Okay. So access get that dob, so like that you can access. So there are three different ways how you can access. Okay. So now you understood the collection is nothing but storing the values in a different format. Okay, it's not like that you can store this in that we already studied. Okay, but this is the some advanced ways to store those uh, values. Okay.
Okay.
So first you have to write import collection, then collection dot name tuple you have to define, then add the values. Okay, after adding, then you can access either of these three. You can access the values. Okay,
Yes.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So now let's go to the next one. So as I can suggest, like don't go for any let's say any critical thing and all. But if you needed this thing, kind of like a oops concept and all, so you can use it. Otherwise, you can do it in a simpler way, because Python is having different ways of doing the things. Okay. So next is DQ. In Python, under collection, so DQ is another operation. Let's see how it is happening. Okay. So in collection, first you have to initialize the DQ. Okay. So DQ, let's say D equal to collection dot DQ. Let's say I have a list 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now DQ means what? There is a queue 1, 2, 3. So you want to either you can add, you can append, or you can delete, or whatever you want to do, you can do it. That you can do in the normal way, right? So using DQ also you can do it. So how to append 4? So DE dot append 4. Okay. Append, we know that, right? So in DQ you can append 4. Now come down. What will happen after appending 4? What will happen? Just run the code. Okay, after appending, it will append in the right side. Okay, at the end, it is appended 4. Clear? Now, let's say that we know already using append, we can do that. Always it will append in the last. Okay, let's say you are going to append in the left side. Okay, that you can use append left. That is not there in the normal one. Normal one, it is there only append, right?
Yes,
Built
sir.
function that. But if you want to append left, so normal means it is always appending in the right side. But if you want to left means that DE dot append left 6. So in output you can see 6 is appended in the left hand side.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Okay. So these are some operations you can do, which is maybe this left is not there, so you can use this. Okay, easily.
Okay.
So now, how to modify the DQ? Okay. So, okay, after appending left, you have printing that one. Okay. After appending left, you are printing that one. That line number 26 and 27. Okay. So it is giving the output. Now, how to delete an item? So you have to use pop. Pop already you know. So pop means what it will do? De dot pop. If you don't give any values, by default, what will happen? It will
End
remove
of
from
the.
the right side.
Yes, sir.
Pop means it will remove from the right side. So d dot pop means what will happen? Right side
Last.
4 is there. 4 will be removed.
Okay.
Okay. Now suppose you want to remove from the left side, then you have to use pop left. So pop left means it will remove from the left side, that is 6 will remove. In the output you can see 6 is removed. Clear? So these are the few things which is maybe not there in our normal core Python built-in functions. So that time you can use these collections.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any doubt? Clear, right?
So that pop is not, you're not telling pop. Which
Yeah.
value, the output second value, I have output second answer. Just come to the output.
Pop will pop. What will go to pop? Pop will always delete from the right side. Okay. So delete 31, correct. So d dot pop. What will happen? If you see delete 4, it will delete the 4 from the right side. Always pop means it will delete from the right side one item.
So modification. If you want anything, if you want to change any modification,
What modification?
this value, this front page, this 6 is I want to change 4, 1 I want to change 5. You modify it.
Yeah. You want to update that thing, right? That you can do using the normal one, right?
Well,
Yeah, that you can do using normal. How you do in a list? How you update the things? L of 1 equal to 99. So L of 1, if it is 6, then it will change to 99, right?
Okay, sir.
Replacing value.
It will replace that thing.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Any questions? No. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. So these are chain map. Okay. So what do you mean by chain map? Okay. Now let's say I have a collection, import collection. So now I have to initialize the dictionary. Let's say dictionary 1 is A1, B2, dictionary 2 is B3, C4. Okay. Now, now how to initialize a chain map? So let's say chain equal to collections dot chain map dictionary 1 and dictionary 2. First you have to initialize like this. You have to take two dictionary, then you have to initialize that. Okay. After initializing, what you have to do? Now let's print it. So if you print chain dot map, okay. Now run it. Just run it once. There is a map function. So what will happen? A1, B2, B3, B4. So just we have defined a chain map. So it will come like this. So all this dictionary are come within a list. Mapping means what? Yeah. So chain map. Map means what? Map in our next session it is there, map and all. I'll go in detail. Okay. So now this is mapped. Okay. That means altogether it came here. Now let's say I want only keys. So keys means what? ABC, right? Correct. So ABC means here what will happen in the list, it will come ABC, but here what will happen in chain map, it won't give the duplicate one. Okay. So here A, B is 2 times. So B won't give 2 times. Okay. So it will give B, C, A. If you see the output, it will give B, C, A. Okay. Now, how to see the values? If you write chain dot values, it will give the values. So what are the values?
1, 2, 3,
4.
2, 4, 1. So what will happen? See, B is first time 2, right? So it will take 2 and it won't take the other one. B is already there, so it will take the other one. A is 1, B is 2. Now B is there, so it won't take that B and it will come to the C.
Okay.
Okay, but uh, honestly, like this is you just see this kind of requirement when you need sometimes, and maybe I have not come across this kind of situation in my this requirement and all. But if it is required, you can use it. Okay. Otherwise, you just have to at least know for interview point of view.
Okay.
Okay. So they can ask like what is collection, what are the are there in collection, what are the operations are there, and how it works. So just you can explain it. Okay. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So one doubt, sir.
Now go to the next one. This is done, right?
Okay. So one doubt, sir, actually.
So,
Go to the next one.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, the discount disk to giving that directly that one.
Hmm.
Then take first B or second B, sir? First B only it like, right?
It will take the first B. Yes.
Okay. Then it is a old one. Then
Correct. Yeah, yeah. That won't take. Then it will skip that one. It will take then C.
okay. So if you don't want, you can put second one. If you want, what you want, you can put first. This
Yes,
type.
yes, yes. But if it is a different one, then it will show. Otherwise, it will skip that one.
Okay. Hmm.
Hmm. So this is our counter. Okay. Now, counter means run it. Suppose I'll tell you how many blues are there in a list. What is the count of blue? What is the count of red? What is the count of yellow? How many times it is there? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you can write in a program using if and loop. You can count, right? Blue is how many times? 3 times. Red is 2 times. Yellow is 1 time.
One time.
You can write a code, right? A program using loop and if.
Condition we will do.
Yeah. So one by one you can pass it the list. If it is blue, then count 1. So if
Yes,
it
sir.
is red, then count 2. If it is yellow, count 1. Like that you can do and you can count it, right? If and loop. But using this collection, there is a counter operator is there. So in that counter, you can directly use counter and you can count those. So it will do in one line.
Okay.
This sometimes you can use without writing if and loop. You can use this in one line. That will help you.
Okay.
Just import a counter from the collection and just print counter of Z. That's it. But it will give in a dictionary format.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This may be useful to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Next number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One line code. Huh?
This is one line code. This may become as a, some questions, intro questions. So it's up to you. If you don't remember that time, you can use normal if and loop. That's what I'm telling. Using if and loop and built-in function, you can do everything. Okay. So try to practice those small program using that. But these are also you have to remember because to avoid lengthy coding, if you remember, instead of doing 4 lines, you can do in 1 line again. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the next one? It's done, right? Collection.
Yes, sir. Collection done.
Now go to collection. Sorry. Okay, collection done. So these are the things, collection and all. Now go to the first one, comprehension. Okay. So in comprehension, okay, copy that code. Okay. Let's say I'll give you one assignment, like I have a list 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you have copied 2 code, I think.
Example one, example.
No. Just we'll do one by one. Remove that. Delete. That also you delete. From 17. That also. That is the second, third example. Okay. So let's say the requirement is I have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and all. Okay. So here, what you have to do? Just run it. What it is doing? Oh, write the question here in the top. Before this code, you write from a list, find only the even numbers.
Okay.
From the
Here,
list, there. Enter. The question is from a list, just find only the even numbers. Okay. So what you have to do? Let's say I have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now I have to only segregate only even numbers to another list. How to do that? Okay. So let's say this is the list. Now I have an output list is empty list. Okay. Now I have to add here the even numbers 2, 4, 4, 6. Right? How to do that? So as you know, you have to use a for loop. From the list 1 by 1 it will come. Then divide by 2. If it is equal to 0, then append into output list 1 by 1. Let's say first time 1 came. 1 modulus 2 equal to 0? No. It won't go inside. Then 2. 2 modulus 2 equal to 0? Yes. Then it will go inside and it will append in the output list. Which one it will append? This 2. 2 it will append here. Like that it will go till end. And at the end, just print that output list. That's it. Right? So using if and loop, we can do it. Now, using comprehension, list comprehension, how to do that? Okay. Now go to your code. This is without using list comprehension. Okay. Now using list comprehension. Correct. From there. Yes. Run it. So using list comprehension, how to do? See, this is the list. So just one line you have to write. Using list comprehension, let's say one variable. So you can write in one line. Okay. You can give the square bracket. You can write one line. Okay. That thing we are writing in one line only. But the way of writing is different. So output is, you have to write first where, that is nothing but your output. The for I in input list, if where percentage 2 equal to 0. The same thing you have to write in this format. That's it. Little bit go up. Wait. See, this whole thing, this for loop, we are writing in this way. That's it. So for where in input list, if where %2 equal to 0, then output will be in the beginning. No need to append and all. Just here write the output. That's it. Okay. This for loop if condition. Remove your cursor. So this for loop and if condition, this 2 to 9, you can write in one line and giving square bracket. Okay, that square bracket, that means least comprehension. So it will. So that is up to you. If you are getting confused here, you can write that way. But if you are understanding this thing, I mean, you are once do the practice, you will habituated. If you then you can do that. That is up to you. But same thing. Just writing way is different. That's it. And here no need to append. By default, it will be inside the loop list only. So this is called list comprehension. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why whenever do anything, no, just compare with your using for loop and if and using this one so that you can understand. Now go to the next one. Any questions here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go there. Next one. Now we have another example. Run it. So here what I am doing, the question is, write the question here. Here the question is, print the square
The square, sir.
Square of the number 1 to 9. Let's say I have a list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I need output 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. That means 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, like that. Okay. So how to do that? So using loop and if again, you can do it, right? But how to use list comprehension? So using list comprehension, that is one line. Where this is nothing but square exponent 2 for where in range 1 to 10. Same thing you can write in using loop. So for this in this, then append b this exponent 2 or power of where 2, then append it. That's it. Same thing. But you can write in one line like this. This is nothing but the different way of writing the things. That's it. And you can give the square bracket, that is called list comprehension. So this is just to you can write again squeeze the code. So instead of writing 3 lines, you can write in a single line. That's it. Nothing else. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Any questions? No?
No, sir. This is what you want. You can make it range. Range. I will do some.
Normally, how you write? Okay. How you write normally?
Normally, for loop.
For loop, I in range 1 to 10 you writing, right? Because I am telling 1 to 9. So you have to write 1 to 10. 1, 10, right?
Yes.
Range.
That is same. But if you want multiplication, addition, also you can do it.
You can
Same.
do it this side, correct. That is the output.
Okay.
So as I told you before, right? So one assignment or one requirement,
Yes, sir.
try to do first, try to be confident on the loop and if, okay? Then try to do using function. You can create a function, you can create using lambda function, or you can use list comprehension, okay? Or you can use oops concept. So like that, you have to practice all these things in at a time. Then you can compare how it is same thing with a different flavor. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So anything is there?
No, sir.
Nothing.
Okay. So this is nothing but about your list comprehension. Like that, you can just need your practice. That's it. Okay. So we'll see the new topic in our next session.